We will stay live on air 24/7 until Winter Storm Pax is no longer a threat. We are coming right back in 60 seconds to highlight the ice danger over the next 48 hours. Kyla Grogan here with you for this extended edition of Weather Center Live. So here's what we're watching. A trio of trouble. Listen to this, everybody. Winter Storm Maximus winding down, but Winter Storm Nika is ramping up. And we could have, yes, you're hearing me correctly, Winter Storm Orion on the horizon. We are talking storm surge 3 to 5 feet. Think of that as high as chest level, and that is when the water piles up, and that's when we could see an awful lot of danger there. So even though this may not come ashore as a Cat 1, still a very dangerous situation. Keeping an eye on it. Saturday night is when we expect impact.
All right, we will continue our coverage, of course.
We're asking who has had the bigger, badder winter so far.
So we're talking about who had it worse this winter. And yeah, Chicago, you're called the Windy City, and we've seen plenty of wind, but talk about unbelievable frigid cold. We're talking about 20 days with sub-zero temperatures. The coldest one in January, we hit a low of -16. Even Oprah can't warm that up. How about that, Detroit?
All right, Chicago.
Or it's actually going to come down to the two of them in a steel cage. At that point, I'd take her on reach.
Yeah. He's like, you live right here. I don't want to see any spins out there. Right there.
Oh, happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you're dancing at home. We're glad to have you here. Welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm Kyla Grogan.
And I'm Keith Carson. Hey, only 26 days till spring. It arrives on Thursday, March 20th, which is what?
That'll make you dance.
Do you remember?
Your birthday.
Okay.
He was born on a spring day. Let's get you in front of this weekend's top weather stories. Warmth to the rescue for the South. I feel like we need a theme song there. Da-da-da-da-da. Here comes the warm temperatures. Yeah, we're going to see some nice temperatures today. Right now, Dallas 63 in Shreveport, 59 Oklahoma City, and Little Rock getting a nice lift there, 58 degrees. We've seen some cold weather there. That jet stream was to the south, meant all that cold air could come in, opened the door for that. But now we're going to retreat to the north of the jet stream, and that lets all of the warm air in, and that's what we're going to see today.
It's 8 days in this area. Kyla?
Oh boy, yeah, kids don't like that because then they have to make up those days when we get to the end of the year. We're going to have a lot of people doing that this year. Winter Storm Titan, obviously impacting the central U.S. right now, has got a grip on some places like where you just saw Mike Seidel near St. Louis. But take a look at what's happening Oklahoma City to the south of you. We've got that mixture of snow and rain, and also we've got lightning associated with this. We've got icy conditions down in Dallas right now. Temperature sitting around the 28, 29 degree mark. And then here's St. Louis, Park Hills. We had sleet reported, a ½ an inch of sleet accumulation. That is what could bring down power lines, of course, if we get colder and that starts to freeze on the lines. Big time problems. So that heavy snow is still going to be a little further inland, so western Massachusetts and into parts of New England along that I-95 corridor, Boston, all the way down to D.C. on Thursday. Look out for that wintry mix. Significant snow totals. Take a look at these numbers. 8 to 12 inches from Maine all the way down to New Jersey and heading into Washington, D.C. Boston, it looks like 3 to 5 for you. Philadelphia, it's going to be tomorrow night after midnight when the snow starts falling. We'll get about 5 to 8 inches. It's going to be very dangerous travel, so you really have to stay put tomorrow night. And you're going to wake up in the morning, it's going to be just as bad, really, with a wintry mix. The afternoon snow and rain, but travel is going to be tough. In fact, we've already heard that Amtrak has suspended part of their schedule on Thursday in the Northeast. That precipitation is going to wind up Thursday night. Storm total 8 to 12 inches. Lows in the upper 20s, so very chilly temperatures as well. Mark, this is going to be a big one for the Northeast, and they're already a little winter weary up there.
Yes. Headed over to the Global Forecast Center, and Kyla and our severe weather expert, Dr. Greg Forbes.
Yeah, almost hard to believe that you could be dealing with snow on the ground and a tornado warning at the same time, but that's exactly what we've seen happen, particularly in central Illinois. We're happy to say that tornado warning has expired. I'm here with Dr. Greg Forbes, our severe weather expert, and we still have a lot to track, though.
Yeah, we do, and indeed, that tornado was reported at Aaronsville, just to the west of Springfield.
As we continue to monitor this severe weather, we have had the tornado warning expire that was in Illinois, but you can see this line of storms continues to roll across Springfield, Illinois, flanked right now by 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. We have had reports of gusts in St. Louis, Missouri, above 60 miles per hour, an indication of how serious these storms are. So certainly you need to be mindful of this. If you are in Greene, Jersey, or Macoupin counties, you are under that severe thunderstorm warning until 3:45 p.m. So please be careful, everybody. Now's the time to take cover from these storms. And And the good thing here is we do not have wind factoring in to a big degree right now. They're pretty calm. That will change as the stormy weather does start to kick up. Wet and stormy for Seattle. We can handle this. Pacific Northwest, right? We got this. No problem. But, yeah, just be aware that those showers are going to be rolling in today. The Cascade Mountains will be picking up more snow as well in the areas in blue there. You can see when we get up into elevation. And did you know there's a tropical component to all of this moisture that gets brought in? If you look back to Hawaii, you can see that's that hot pink stream there. That's the moisture drawn in. And some people call that the Pineapple Express. Just gives you an idea of where it's coming from. And that pattern has been setting up to draw all this moisture. Now, we need it on the West Coast, and we're going to get it today, also down into Oregon. And then as we get into tomorrow, it will make its way into Northern California. So tomorrow afternoon in San Francisco, look out for those showers too. But you can see 40s in Spokane. Be a little chillier there for you. But Seattle, temperatures staying at or above average over the next few days. You will need the umbrella. Yeah, you're going to need that raincoat as well. But at least we're not dealing with freezing temperatures. As you can see, the highs staying in the 50s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday, and lows in the 40s. Now, Friday, we do have a little break coming too. I like to point that out in places dealing with a lot of rain. Yeah, you're going to catch a break on Friday as you head towards the weekend. Same story for you in Portland. Those showers will be kicking up today and also into tomorrow. We have to be the bearers of some bad news. People are a little sick of this, but we want to talk about what's being done to keep you safe. And so live on the phone joining us now is Gene Baum, the press secretary for the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation. And Gene, any challenges you're going to face because of these successive storms?
Well, Kyle, it's a marathon for our operators. Obviously, we're just coming off a 42-hour operation.
How are you guys doing for supplies as far as salt and sand go? A lot of states are having some trouble with that, having to almost ration their supplies.
Well, yeah, we've used plenty. At this point in time, we've used approximately 133,000 tons here in the five-county Philadelphia region.
All right, thanks so much, Tom. Well, we have seen a lot of brutal winter weather so far this year, and all that snow and ice is taking a toll on the roads, which could in turn take a toll on your car. Take a look. Across the Northeast and Midwest, there's a growing problem. The brutal winter weather is wreaking havoc on the roads.
People are hitting potholes, they're cracking rims, blowing out tires.
Potholes are cropping up in record numbers thanks to heavy snowfall and colder than normal temperatures. And this year, the problem is especially bad. Already, many cities have exhausted their budgets for road repairs and haven't even put a dent in the problem.
Any metropolitan area with heavy traffic like we have here in Washington, D.C. are going to see a lot of potholes. The problem is that as soon as we fill them, the temperatures are going up and down, and we just can't keep the road from cracking.
That familiar cycle of freezing, then thawing, lets water seep into cracks in the roadways, and as it freezes again, it can actually expand with such force that it pushes away the gravel layer below and creates a hole under the pavement. Then we drive over it. The weight of traffic can push right through the pavement. The Northeast has been especially hard hit. In Boston, they've already had 4 times more potholes reported this winter than last, and that can mean major problems for drivers. But did you know that you may not have to foot the bill if your vehicle is damaged by bad road conditions? Many local and state agencies will actually allow drivers to file a claim for the cost of repairing the vehicle, depending on how it happens. Meanwhile, experts say it will likely be spring before busy road crews can get ahead of the problem and provide a long-term fix for the roads.
They're exhausted. They've been working very, very hard. So if you live in a city that has a road crew, thank them. Send them some donuts or bring them a cupcake, because they've been doing a great job.
Never underestimate the power of a good cupcake.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing wrong. It's why there's still potholes in front of my neighborhood.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, I can fix it.
Well, plenty more ahead in the next hour of Weather Center Live. We're going to show you some areas of the South that are in for a soaking. Well, it is February. That means love is in the air. And do you know that a lot of people meet their mate while they're walking their pet? In fact, Sandy is joining us, and that's what happened to you.
Yes, my dog sat on my now husband's foot, and I stopped to apologize.
So it's important to keep your pets looking good because you might meet that special someone.
Exactly.
And also, they say that people look like their pets, so you want them to look good.
Precisely. So you've got to start with good breath, right?
Yes.
So something like greenies will keep your dog's breath fresh and keep your dog occupied while you're chatting.
Yeah, Jinx seems to really really like this.
And of course it's winter, so they're indoors more and they shed more. So you need to groom, and you need an all-purpose shampoo to make sure that you get rid of all that loose shedded hair and have them looking at their best.
Okay, now another thing that we deal with this time of year is pets are going to be indoors for longer hours. If there's a blizzard, maybe they can't get outside to go to the bathroom. So we've got some solutions for that as well.
Yes, a puppy wee-wee pad like these 4-paw pads are an excellent idea. You can put them down in the same spot all the time, and your dog will know that that is an indoor toilet that is okay to use.
All right, now let's talk about what we might do to help occupy the pets when they have those long indoor days in the winter when it's too cold to go out and play.
Well, you know, it's interesting because 10 minutes of mental activity is the equivalent of 45 minutes of active play. So if you've got a puzzle like this and you fill it with treats, that will keep them busy for hours, especially when they're home alone. So that's a great way to go.
Excellent. All right, thank you so much, Sandy, for the tips. And we also want to point out that Jinx here is from furkids.org, and Jinx is up for adoption along with some other beautiful animals. So if you're ready to be a pet parent, check that out. Guys, back to you.